Hey everybody, Brant here with Nutrition1st Coaching, and in today's video we're going to cover the 4 pillars of health, and we're going to give you some ways to make corrections and track what you're doing so that you can live a healthy, well-balanced life. Now let's get into the video. The 4 pillars of health. Now this is paramount and a key principle at Nutrition1st Coaching, and we always try to cover all 4 of these. Even if we are a nutrition coaching business, we're about doing deep inner work to make mindset changes, make habit and behavior changes, and it has to incorporate all these 4 things in your life if you're going to make a meaningful change in your life and make it long-term for long-term health. So the first one, of course, is nutrition. Now, we all don't know what we're doing with our nutrition. Unless you are tracking something, whether that's writing it down in a journal, whether that's using an app like MyFitnessPal, you really just need to know what you're doing right now. And if what you're doing is changing the way your body is, whether you're losing weight, gaining weight, losing muscle, all that has to be tracked so that you can know what's going on so you can make some of these changes. Now, this is something we spend a giant portion of time on at Nutrition1st Coaching, and that's how to figure out where you're at with your nutrition, what are the changes you need to make specifically for you so that you can progress towards your goals. And we use several different objective markers to figure this out so that we know we're doing the right thing and we can course correct really quickly and save you lots of time and frustration and turn it into a lifestyle for you. So my tips here would be know what you're eating now, because if you don't, you really are just guessing and you're hoping that things are going to change or go the direction you want them to. And then make one small change at a time. One small change is not eating whole foods, tracking everything, not eating after 6 p.m., doing intermittent fasting. Those are way too many things at once. When I say one small thing at a time, I mean get to where you're drinking at least half your body weight in ounces on a daily basis for a couple, maybe even 3 weeks, and then make some other little change. Maybe that's not eating after 7 p.m. and trying to get in a 12 to 14 hour window from when you finish dinner to when you have breakfast the next day. It's those little habits along the way that become keystone habits that you can build off of in the future. But if you try to do too many things at once, and what I've seen happen over and over again is, well, they go great for 2-3 weeks, a month, 6 weeks, and then everything falls apart and you're right back where you started because it was just too many things to change at once. So the next pillar is movement. Now we're getting this covered with running and getting healthy and getting out there, and we have great structure provided by USA Fit. So that's going to give us weekly runs. That's going to connect us to other people. Number 4 pillar. But with our movement, what we're really looking for is do what you love. If you love to walk or run, you're in the right place because you're going to learn a ton about that. You're going to get a lot of support, and it's something you can stick with long term because if you love it, you can keep doing it, and you will keep doing it, and you'll want to keep doing it, and it'll get you more fit. The next thing I would say is get coaching. So we're getting this covered at USA Fit as well. And if you want more instruction from that, I can help you out in terms of the strength and conditioning programming or mobility work or some of the aches and pains that ail you. We can take a look at that and we can adjust things and give you an individualized programming template that'll complement your running and really help you stay healthy and avoid injury in the future or get out of a place of multiple injuries that you may have been progressing through over the past. But movement is paramount. Our bodies are made to move. We need to move on a regular basis. It's not just to lose weight, it's to keep our joints healthy, our connective tissue healthy, keep everything feeling good in our body, and maintain muscle mass, mobility, and function as we age. Number 3, I put these 2 together, sleep and recovery, because a lot of us don't sleep enough, and if we're not sleeping, we're not recovering from what we're doing on a daily basis, whether that's physical stress or mental stress or a combination. But we need sleep to recover, and we need recovery so that we can continue to perform and feel good and be productive. So with sleep comes 7 to 9 hours nightly. There's no magic number, but you're probably not that one unicorn that can get away with 4 hours of sleep. It just isn't really that feasible that you're that person. And so getting enough sleep is going to make a huge difference in your life. I used to be one of those people that thought 5 or 6 hours was plenty until everything came crashing down. And now I realize without 7 to 7.5 hours, I'm not functioning well, I'm not recovering, my health just starts to plummet downhill. And that goes with everything to insulin sensitivity, to cardiovascular health, to mental health. Everything starts to plummet without enough sleep. So one way you can know not only how long you're sleeping, but recovery and the quality of your sleep is tracking your sleep quality. Now there's all kinds of things out there. One I use is the Oura Ring. This tells me my HRV, my heart rate variability. And this also tells me body temperature and gives me an idea of my peaks and valleys sleeping, and tells me overall a sleep score and a readiness and recovery score as well. The last one is going to be social connections. Now we're really getting that covered with USA Fit, and that's an amazing part about this whole group is we're getting together even a couple times a week or more. You're building new friendships and you're doing something you love in regards to movement. So what I would say about social connections is it really is the glue that holds all this stuff together. We've learned in the last year that without it, man, we struggle. We have a hard time doing a lot of everything. We can get depressed. We can have all kinds of things spiral down into, a poor state of health. So those social connections are huge. I would even say, look up an old friend. We can do that amazingly through social media and message somebody, do a little Zoom call with them, reconnect with some people you haven't seen since maybe high school or college. And then we're going to take care of getting some new friends through USA Fit and connecting with a lot of people and meeting a lot of neat people out in the community that do a variety of different things so we can all help each other out and be healthy and be happy. So what I would say with all these 4 pillars is you can connect to ways to improve these through my website. Actually, you can email me or you can message me through the Facebook group on USA Fit. And I have a great PDF that covers the fixes for these, gives you lots of little links to different things you can do, different apps you can use, different devices you can use for some of these, and kind of summarizes all this. But I also have a webinar I did 6 or 8 months ago that you could watch too, that Vicky's going to link up for you. And that webinar covers all these, gives you tips and tricks, gives you kind of real life examples for each one. If you want to spend a little bit more time and dig deep into all of those. If you just have questions in general, message me. But I also want to really encourage you to ask me questions about any or all of these things. And we're going to cover these as we go through the summer season at USA Fit. I want to answer your guys' questions. I want to help you with all things related to nutrition and movement and sleep and recovery, as well as connecting each other socially. So send in those questions. I love to answer them each week. Try to keep the videos nice and short and concise and give you lots of tools you can use out in your daily life. But you got to send in the questions either through Facebook or you can email me directly. My email link will be in the newsletter. Shoot, you can even call me or text me. Send me some questions. I love to get them. Looking forward to a great summer season. And I hope everybody's having a great day. I'll talk to you soon.